this.
Welcome back, guys, to another Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the PEKKA strategy. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting quite a while for me to do a video on the PEKKA, so here it finally is. Now you're probably wondering, where is the Prince and the Dark Prince in this deck? And my answer is, they just announced today that next week in the next round of balance changes, the Dark Prince is getting a damage buff. So I want to save that video until after that round of balance changes. And also, I wanted to give you guys a deck option if you didn't have both princes up to a decent level. So here it is, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at some replays, and then we'll finish off with a live battle. So here we are, guys, facing a level 9. Now, unfortunately, I have a really bad starting hand in this battle. I have the PEKKA, the Zap Spell, the Goblins, and the Cannon. And of course, you never really want to start off a battle with a PEKKA because you don't have the Elixir ready yet to set up a strong PEKKA push. So unfortunately, I have nothing here to set up a counter push. So I'm going to start setting up a defense here, which really isn't ideal, because if he did have a Royal Giant in his deck, I would be in a lot of trouble. But fortunately for me, he doesn't. Now let's talk about the PEKKA for a quick second here. In my personal opinion, I think the PEKKA is one of those cards that only really does well if you have it to a comparable level to your opponent's cards. And what I mean by that is, if you go by tournament standards, a level 4 PEKKA compares to level 9 commons, and at that tournament standards, a level 4 PEKKA will one-shot a level 9 Barbarian, and that makes a huge difference. So if you have a under-leveled PEKKA versus your opponent's cards, it does make it a lot harder to make it work. I mean, there are some cards in this game that having it a little bit under-leveled doesn't make the hugest of differences. Like having a level 3 poison versus a level 4 poison isn't the biggest deal, but there are some cards like the PEKKA, in my opinion, where having it at a decent level is very important, which is part of the reason why it took me so long to do a video on the PEKKA, because finally today I was able to upgrade my PEKKA to level 4, my very first level 4 epic in this game. So far in this battle, we've been back and forth quite a few times. Nobody has really done too much damage to the other person's tower. My main focus so far isn't to do damage to the other person's tower, it's just to defend and get up multiple pumps so that later on in the double elixir period, I can afford a strong PEKKA push. So right here, setting up my second elixir pump, and with this deck, guys, it's pretty much ideal to have 2 pumps down by the time that you hit the double elixir period, because if you have 2 pumps down, then you can start setting up some pretty strong pushes. So right here, I know we're getting pretty close to the double elixir period. I'm gonna start setting up a push with that PEKKA. Now fortunately, right here, right before the mini PEKKA reaches my Musketeer, I am able to use that Valkyrie to defend her, which is really ideal because I want to save that Musketeer for a counter push. So right here, I got a Valkyrie up front with the Musketeer. Down goes the poison spell to damage everything in its effect. And take a look at this, guys. This is what I mean. My level 4 PEKKA is able to one-shot those Barbarians, so I do have a fighting chance with this PEKKA. Now take a look at this. I have 2 PEKKAs going in with a counter push. He drops down his Elixir Pump, and as soon as I seen that he had to use his Elixir Pump to try and defend, I knew I would have the victory in this battle. So right here, PEKKA making his way up there. Now unfortunately, the PEKKA is distracted by the Ice Wizard, and the Ice Wizard's slow effect has a huge impact on the PEKKA because it's already pretty slow moving and pretty slow attacking as it is. But with the Valkyrie and the Goblin going in there, taking out that tower while the tower is distracted by the PEKKA, I was able to get a 1 crown lead, and with 12 seconds left, all I'm going to do is just keep dropping troops in the offensive zone and force him to spend all of his elixir defending his towers. Right here, he's going to go ahead and arrows and zap my king tower. Not too sure why. But anyways, guys, I do get the 1 crown victory. Let's go ahead to the next replay here. So here we are, guys, facing a level 10 this time. Fortunately, I do have a little bit of a better starting hand. I don't have the elixir pump in it though, which is always ideal, but I can start setting up a push if I want to. He's going to go ahead and place down a pump in the back right corner there. I'm going to go ahead and start setting up a push in the left-hand lane with that Musketeer, and once she starts making her way up to the bridge, going to go ahead and support her up front with a Valkyrie to tank. Now, finally cycled to my elixir pump, so I'm going to go ahead and place it down in the bottom right corner. I'm not going to support this push in the left-hand lane any further with a poison spell. It's too early in the battle to invest so much elixir on a push, but the Musketeer was able to go in there and do some pretty decent damage to that tower. Now, I'm in a bit of trouble here. He's going to go in with an aggressive counter push with the Hog Rider, and unfortunately, my cannon was at the back of my card rotation, so he was able to get to my tower and do some pretty decent damage to it. Take a look at this. The Musketeer by herself did some pretty strong damage to that tower, bringing it down to 1,000 health. And right here, the Valkyrie was played on defense to take out the Musketeer, so I'm not really going to support her with anything else on a counter push. Now, in the next minute or so, he's going to keep the pressure on and really prevent me from setting up a second elixir pump, which really isn't ideal, but we are able to make it work later on. Right here, he's coming in with another Hog Rider. Going to go ahead and use that Zap Spell to stun it and prevent him from even getting one hit on the tower. And right here, I'm not going to support this Musketeer with anything. And as you can see, I'm hovering over my elixir pump, but he does drop down a pack of Barbarians. So unfortunately, I still can't drop down a second elixir pump. Going to go ahead and use the Goblins here as well as the Valkyrie to counter those barbs. And now right here, with 20 seconds left till the double elixir period, finally setting up another elixir pump here in the bottom right corner. Once again, you never really want to place the pump next to a tower that's already damaged, because if they do have spells in their deck, they'll likely just to use it, damage the tower as well as the pump. But if you place it on the opposite corner, they're not likely to use the spell to damage that tower, because they want to invest all of their elixir on the opposite tower. Now right here, I make a huge mistake dropping down the cannon. I wanted to use the cannon to take out the Musketeer, but it was a half a second too late, so it pretty much was 3 elixir wasted. But we are in the double elixir period here, so going to start setting up a push with the PEKKA while in the back behind my King Tower. Now once the PEKKA makes her way up to the bridge, going to go ahead and support her with a Valkyrie up front to help tank all those splash units. And then down goes the Poison Spell to damage that tower as well as damage the Barbarians. Now the cool thing with the Poison Spell is I said earlier that the PEKKA will not one-shot a Barbarian that's higher level, but with the Poison Spell doing a little bit of damage, that does allow the PEKKA to one-shot them. And right here, the PEKKA is able to make it to the tower, and in only a couple hits, he is able to take it out, or sorry, she is able to take it out, and will give me the 1 crown lead. With 15 seconds left, guys, all I have to do is defend this tower. It does have 400 health, so thankfully he does not have a rocket in his deck or a lightning spell. And with 6 seconds left, we are able to secure the 1 crown victory. Let's go ahead and do a live battle here, guys. So here we are, guys. What kind of opponent do we have? We are facing a level 9, so that's looking pretty good. Hopefully his card levels are decent. I have faced some level 9s that have like level 11 commons and level 3 legendaries. That's pretty insane. But let's see here. Let's do a Musketeer push from one side. Depending on what he does first. He drops down a Prince. Luckily only a level 3 Dark Prince, so we actually have a fighting chance here. Gonna go ahead and use this Valkyrie up here up front. And start setting up a counter push here. Now let's go ahead and place down the pump in the back left corner here. And let's leave this push here to kind of die. We're going to zap this, stop that charge attack, and then poison this right here. Come on, I need my goblins here. Right here, soak up that damage from the Prince there. And hopefully with the poison spell slowing him down, he doesn't do too much damage to my tower there. I bet we're going to see a PEKKA on his part. He's probably using the PEKKA double Prince strategy. So let's see here. Is it too early for the PEKKA? What do you guys think? Too early for the PEKKA? Let's start setting up a push here with the Musketeer in the back. Gonna go ahead and use a pump down here again. I don't want to place the pumps on the same side, of course. Now he's using the Wizard, which is pretty smart. I thought about using the PEKKA Wizard strategy, but my Wizard is fairly under-leveled. So, I didn't want to give him a shot, or I didn't want to use him. There we go. Musketeer still alive. Come on, one shot, Musketeer in the tower. 1, there we go. And now there's 24 seconds left till the double elixir period. Let's go ahead and start setting up a PEKKA push here, because by the time she makes her way up to the bridge, we should hit double elixir. So he drops an oops, I'm assuming because he just uses skeletons, and now they're out of rotation. But that's why you keep your PEKKA a secret until later in the battle. Now he has the Ice Wizard. In my opinion, the PEKKA strategy is a lot stronger with the legendaries in it, like the Princess and the Ice Wizard, but unfortunately, I don't have those yet. So Zap Spell going down there. Now let's see here. Let's start setting up another push with this PEKKA right here. Come on, Musketeers, go in there. Do some damage. Do some damage to that tower. There we go. He's going to start setting up another pump here, which maybe is a smart decision, because then he can have the elixir for later on in overtime. Now he does have level 10 Barbarians for a level 9, which compares to a level 5 Prince, so that's not really ideal there, but not too bad. Let's see here. We're in a bit of trouble right here. Poison all this. Use this to take the Prince out. And this is what I mean about him having the pumps. He's still placing down pumps. is so that he can still have this elixir flowing for here. So let's go ahead, start setting up a push here with this Musketeer right here. Drop down a Valkyrie right here. We're going to poison all this. And then use some goblins in the back to hopefully kill that wizard quickly. Nope, he managed to get one hit off. Zap this prince here to prevent his charge attack. And let's go use this Valkyrie up front here. Right there. And I'm expecting barbarians. There they are. Go ahead and poison all this. There we go. Now let's see here. Cannon going down to soak up this prince damage. Zap this. Give my cannon some time to kill him. And then once the wizards die, I'm going to go ahead and use the goblins here. So he played pretty well. Musketeer right there, or sorry, Valkyrie. He played pretty well. I definitely think he played better than we did in this battle. So good game. We do get a draw. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.